Welcome to the Weekday Report for Friday, March 28th. I'm Joe Potente. Here's a brief look at the news. Governor Scott Walker's administration has agreed to triple the potential payment to a national law firm hired to help examine whether to allow the proposed Kenosha casino to move forward. The original contract signed in December caps payments to the Dykema Gossett law firm at $500,000. Walker's new budget is $1.5 million. Walker's administration secretary, Mike Hibsch, said the increase reflects the complexity of the casino proposal and its economic impact on Wisconsin. Food Folks and Spokes has pedaled away. The Kenosha YMCA is canceling the Family Festival ahead of its 26th year and will instead join the Kenosha Area Chamber of Commerce to put on Grill Games, a barbecue competition and music festival with carnival-style rides and games. Food Folks and Spokes was an alcohol-free event pairing family-friendly activities with food vendors and a bicycle race. Organizers say the new partnership will represent a shift to make family events a stronger presence at Grill Games. Candidates for the Kenosha Unified School Board are not strapped for cash, as local individuals, labor groups, business leaders, and even national political groups have injected their funds and influence into the campaign. New candidate contribution disclosures show candidate Dan Wade raised the most money since the beginning of this year, with $6,500 in donations, followed by Gary Kunich and Mike Felkowski. The least amount raised comes from incumbent Joanne Taube, who received $2,759 in donations. The election is Tuesday. The ELCA Outreach Center at Grace Lutheran Church partnered with Leadership Kenosha on Thursday to hold a foot care clinic for the homeless and others less fortunate. Volunteer health specialists clipped toenails and conditioned feet, while a volunteer podiatrist offered instructions about foot care. Clean socks were given to people who needed them. Lucian Brown, a coordinator with the Outreach Center, said the number of homeless people needing foot care has grown during the recent winter months. A suspicious package found in a St. Catherine's Medical Center restroom restricted entrance to the hospital for nearly 2 hours Thursday afternoon before authorities determined there was no risk of injury or contamination. The package, discovered shortly before 2 p.m., turned out to include improperly disposed of sharps, which include items such as hypodermic needles and syringes. Normal operations at the hospital resumed about 3:20 p.m. A new spring sports squad is coming to Shoreland Lutheran High School. Dave Marin has the story.
Shoreland Lutheran is fielding a girls' varsity soccer team for the first time this season. The Pacers held practice on Thursday in Sturtevant under coach Dan Hom. Freshman Ali Gall is hoping Shoreland can make some noise this season.
Considering that last year they were more focused on getting the skills down, I'm hoping that we can win a few more games than they did last year and get as far as we can in regionals.
David Marin, Kenosha News.
What's trending today? What will you miss most about Food Folks and Spokes? The food, the folks, or the spokes? Tell us on our Facebook page. Up next is Bill Guida with this week's Fix It feature.
This week, Fix It follows a metered hose from this city of Kenosha fire hydrant into a downtown building. What looks like something a Kenosha Fire Department crew forgot to disconnect at the southeast corner of 56th Street and 8th Avenue after dousing a fire actually is a temporary fix installed by the Kenosha Water Utility in mid-February. John Rash, Utility Distribution Director, said a dead-end section of frozen water cut off delivery to the now-shuttered Patzo's Restaurant and Nightclub at 707 56th Street. That was prior to Patzo's closing at the end of February. Hence, the hosing to supply needed water to Patzo's and adjoining buildings as well as several affected apartments. In the short term, the main will thaw and water delivery will be restored, Rash said, adding that a long-term fix is being planned and will require tearing up roadway and updating the water main at that location. This is Bill Guida reporting for Fix It and your Kenosha News.
Thanks, Bill. Now here's a look at what we're working on today. Joe Ward will have an update on the construction at the new Amazon.com facility on the far west side, and Bill Seal will have coverage of tonight's Kenosha Literacy Council Spelling Bee. Pick up a copy of the Kenosha News and check KenoshaNews.com for all the details on these stories and more. I'm Joe Potente with the Weekday Report.